Hello, my name is Nick Karazissis, and I'd like to welcome you to Far West Farms.
Nick Karazissis is one of the most successful trainers on the West Coast. He has been serving on local organizations like the CPHA, as well as on national committees. And since opening Far West Farms in 1972, he has consistently led his riders to winning West Coast finals and national titles. His success in the showroom has made him a sought-after judge and clinician. Trained by riders such as Jimmy Williams and Michael Manesco, Nick started teaching by the age of 16. And from very early on, his personal focus has been the area of education and discipline of the equitation division. His main approach has always been to understand the why and the how of everything. The year 1964 marked a turning point in the elaboration of his teaching method. After the first clinic of George Morris in San Diego, Nick started applying the standard classical principles as the foundation of his teaching method. The rest is history.
Hi, my name is David Zimmerman, and I am Stubben's product knowledge expert. As we're about to see in this video, the standard classical principles can only come to life if the saddle is designed to accommodate the different seats. Over time, Nick Karazissis had realized that saddles often work against the rider and prevent proper posture and communication. And this is the reason why he decided to partner up with Stubben. He wanted to design a model facilitating the rider's position and contact with the horse. And keeping this in mind, the Stubben master saddlers and designers came up with the Get Connected. The main concept was to create a thoroughly functional saddle that would work as a through teaching tool. Among the many features we will discover, the Get Connected first specific trait is its narrow twist, which allows the rider to experience through close contact and easily wrap his legs around the horse. Stubben and Nick Karazissis share the same belief: communication equals performance.
Before we explore the benefits of the Get Connected, and to better understand the role the saddle plays in proper riding, let's see firsthand what the foundations of equitation are.
The first cornerstone of the hunter jumper system is position. There is a phrase that we use: form follows function and function follows form. In order for that principle to work, we need to be able to be in the middle of the horse. So generally everybody knows that there's three positions we ride in the hunter's seat system.
It is important to realize that a saddle does not possess inherent balance. What will guarantee balance and proper position is the ability of the saddle to offer multiple conformations in order to adapt to the shape of each horse's back. So now let's listen to Nick showing firsthand what happens to the rider when the saddle is properly designed, and what are the consequences when the saddle does not fulfill its function.
So what we want our saddle to do is be able to allow a rider to be able to have a straight line between the ear, the shoulder, the hip, and the heel. If that doesn't happen, the rider cannot affect the horse's balance and be able to put a horse where it needs to be. For the rider, it is important that their leg is where they can engage the horse's hind end, which is this area here. If the rider had the leg too far forward, not only would they hit the girth and not be able to engage the horse, but by the time they get the leg where belongs to get what they need done, the timing would be off. If the rider doesn't have their leg underneath them when they get up in the half seat, right? What happens is if their leg is, the leg is too far back, they'll fall forward. If the leg is too far forward, they fall back. So saddles and the way they're constructed are very important because they really need to help put the rider in the center. Saddles that aren't constructed well will either put the rider behind the motion or make the rider feel like they're always falling to the front of the saddle. Leg goes forward, boom. Leg goes back, she falls on her hands. What we're showing here is a saddle that's a little bit too high in the back, which will shove the rider to the front of the saddle and not allow the rider to sit deeper. And we're at a standstill now. Once the horse starts to elevate its back and step under, it's going to be too much, and the rider's going to constantly tip forward. So this is an example. You put your foot into a shoe that didn't fit, it would hurt and it wouldn't work well. When you sit in a saddle that is balanced, everything works well.
In addition to placing the rider in the overall proper frame, the Get Connected can fine-tune the exact position to be achieved thanks to its multi-block system. The sweat flap comes equipped with a heavy-duty Velcro surface on which you can move and adjust different size blocks. Each block can be placed in the precise spot that will contour the angle of the leg desired. And these blocks can always be adjusted depending on the discipline, the stirrup length, or the overall size and movement of the horse.
To take it a step further in precision, the Get Connected offers 11 basic standard flaps plus a multitude of custom flaps. This degree of precision really allows to fine-tune even more proper body alignment by actually wrapping the saddle around the leg and providing it with further guidance and stability. The stability and the comfort of the rider can be improved even further thanks to the 3 types of fronts offered by the Get Connected.
One of the main features of the Get Connected is its tree, the backbone of Stubben saddles. It is without any doubt the most important aspect of our saddle when it comes to the horse's health. Our tree is built on a spring-loaded frame, and this frame does not have any wood. It is made of a full composite material. The tree flexes in all directions and allows the saddle to move up and down and side to side, therefore following the horse's movement. Because it works as a shock-absorbing system, the tree is able to disperse the rider's weight and take pressure away from the horse's back. Working in conjunction with the tree and further conforming the saddle to the horse's movement is the wool inside the fully integrated panels. The combination of the two allows for a truly close contact experience. The flex of the tree and the precision of the wool are essential to facilitating the horse's movement, especially when coming to a jump.
As we all know, each horse and rider are different. It is essential to remember that saddles must offer multiple options and customizations in order to not only fit the rider, but properly fit each individual horse. When it comes to the performance in any discipline, 2 elements are indispensable. The saddle must free up the shoulders and allow for ample wither clearance. These 2 factors are essential for the horse to be able to jump properly. especially during the last phase of the jump. When we look at the shoulder of the horse, the reason we want the withers up and the neck up is so that the horse has movement in his shoulder and the weight isn't stuck on his front end. So as that horse is moving, his withers are doing this. So what happens in conjunction with the horse's last stride, when he puts his feet forward, he relaxes his withers and all the ligaments and tendons that hold it up so that it drops down. Then when the heels hit the ground and the horse starts to pivot, what the horse does is he snaps his withers up. So he has two elevating conditions happening at the same time. The pole vault event of the momentum with the heels hitting down and the leg rotating up, and the withers contracting on the top and creating what they call a sling effect. The withers have what is called the thoracic sling. So once that horse snaps it up, the horse comes up and really gives you a beautiful jump. So I'd like to thank you for spending time here at Far West and being able to allow me to kind of share some of the things that have taken me a long time to figure out. I hope this will help you in your riding.